Hi everybody, hope you're doing well today. Today I want to talk about the subject, the what ifs. Many times when somebody loses somebody that was very close to them, or their son, or their daughter, their husband, wife, etc., they keep changing the ending to the passing. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, many times when our loved ones pass, sometimes we always think and we overthink the what ifs. What if I didn't send my husband to go get milk at the store? Would he have been hit by a drunk driver? He would have still been here. What if I would have gotten to my daughter earlier and she wouldn't have suffered a massive heart attack in her kitchen? And I get a lot of people struggling with the what ifs because in truth, it doesn't matter what you would have done, the outcome always is the same. When it's your time to go, you really do go. And you can save somebody from this particular situation, but trust me, if it wasn't from a car accident or you saved him from this heart attack, if God really wants you, God will take you. We have such a hard time and we struggle, and we do many times. We always counter it in our thoughts, and it does set a lot of uncertainties by so many people. A person can go crazy just thinking about this back and forth every single day, the what ifs. And I see so many of my clients, they go through so much guilt with putting it on to them that if they would have done something more, this wouldn't have happened. I had a young girl that came and saw me, and she had a terrible, terrible argument with her husband, and she told him to leave. And it was pouring rain outside, and she kicked him out, and he was banging on the door to come back in, and she locked him out. So what do you think happened? He got back in his car, and he started leaving, and guess what? He was so upset. It was raining, and he got into a horrific car accident. He was dead right on the spot. Now that poor girl, because we've all had our arguments with people, she never knew that that was going to be the last time. And all she thought about was, is he still mad at me? If I didn't have that argument, if I didn't kick him out, if I didn't lock the door, if, he would have still been here. Now, rationalizing the higher power of universe, that seems to be the biggest obstacle that we have to face. That yes, and I say this to people all the time, if it wasn't the argument, he would have gone a different way. Because I truly believe that. And I always say, do you ever meet people that have cheated death? That they should have gone and they should have passed, and they have no right to live, but yet they are the miracle. They are the inspiration, and they're still here. Why? Because it wasn't their time. And then you get the people that was their time, and you know what? It happened. And it doesn't make any sense to us because we're the loved ones that are left behind. So we keep thinking, if this didn't happen, many times they get drive-by shooting victims' families. And I mean, I had one last week, and I had where her son was just talking outside his home, wasn't even minding his own business, talking to somebody, and somebody just came and shot him because it was a drive-by shooting. Now, that's horrific. This kid was only 19 years old. And the poor mother. And you know, I had this mother in my office, and she said, as hard as it is, I have to make my peace with it because it's God's will. By some reason, God needed to take him. And I thought she was the inspiration, and she was teaching me. So the next time you meet somebody, or God forbid it happens to you, you're going to have to make your peace with the passing to get peace. Many times people are still stuck at that situation, at that day. I have a lady whose spouse had a massive heart attack. They were on their way to a cruise, and they were in the hotel. And he said he was going to go brush his teeth, and guess what? He had a heart attack. She was trying to save him, resuscitated, did everything that she could. The bottom line is, he passed. They had plans. And I always say sometimes, you know, we make plans and God laughs. Well, yeah, because God's got a different agenda. And you can't be mad at God because it's going to happen to all of us. Somehow, some way, when it's our time, we're going to go. So, the moral of the story is, you're going to be human, but don't let your anger take it too far. Be careful with your words. Be careful with what you say. Don't let your tongue be sharp, because those words, sometimes you live forever with the guilt of sometimes what you say. That old saying, don't go to bed mad. I say when you have something, try to fix it as soon as possible. Don't be afraid to say you're sorry. Don't be afraid to say I love you, because life is fleeting. But don't also have the guilt to something much power than each and every one of us, which is God. God's got a plan for each and every one of us, and when it's our time, it's our time. So, how do we get through it? By making peace with God's decision. We may not like it, but we have to do that in order for the ones that are left behind to still survive this life. So it is sad, but you have to look at it that way. I hope this has enlightened you. I really do. And remember what I said, life is fleeting. 2 minutes could be nothing. 30 seconds, a second. Be kind to one another. Try to be your best self. When you're arguing with somebody, try to figure it out. And if you can't figure it out, then you need to part, or you need to come to a different conclusion. But life is hard, but life can be grand at the same time. Do the best that you can with what you have. That is truly what I believe. And we're all learning different lessons. Nothing goes for nothing. So I hope this has enlightened you in many different ways, because every day I am reminded, I'm constantly learning by spirit and by each and every one of you. I always thank each and every one of you for tuning in, because I hope it does help, because this is why Travis and I do these videos. So keep the questions coming, and let them be really questions of meaning. If you're stuck on something and you still haven't gotten an answer, let us know. We'll try to address every single one. Okay? So until next time, be happy, make your peace to gain your peace. Until next time, be good. Love you, all of you. Bye-bye.